just switching it because my music apparently didn't want to go through because OBS is being mean to me, but that's fine. We are now actually live and people can hear you.
Woo!
Woo! We're gonna play.
Hooray!
Yes. How the hell did you move your character sheet? Sorry, I do know how to move your character sheet. It's fine. Causing problems for my table already. Okay.
Did you save the table before it gets moved around anymore, just while people have their sheets done?
So true.
How is mine? Oh, there it goes. Why?
Anyway, welcome to Deadlands Noir. Is my music playing in Discord? Sorry. Yes. Okay, we're fine. We're ignoring it because it is playing. Welcome to New Orleans, March 1933. You all have gathered into the city of New Orleans for a variety of personal reasons, and you have found yourselves here for the past few weeks, depending on, your own personal quests. Some of you have been here longer than others, but right now it is about late afternoon, and you all have gathered at your local bar. You guys are closer to the water. The river, yes. I know where things are. I had to piece together this map because I was not about to pay $4 for a PDF of a map. So the map's a little sketch because I had to take the pages of the Noir book and edit it together.
It looks like an old folded map, which I think adds to the vibe.
Well,
Yes.
okay, part of that's already intentional, but at the center crease, it might be a little janky.
Yeah, it just looks like old map. 'Cause the jank just adds to the charm.
Yes. Anyway. Me when I realized I forgot to pick a name for something. Because I'm so smart and clever.
It'd be like that.
So you guys have found yourselves in... Give me a second. No, we're good. Okay. Sorry. I had accidentally opened a tab and I was like, wait, how's my stream looking? Even though I know my stream is looking fine. The Blind Pig is the name of the bar. It is along the river. You guys have chosen this spot because it's generally quiet. And for each of your own individual tasks, quiet and not drawing a lot of attention is good for you. What's everyone drinking?
Wine.
Sorry, what did you say?
Wine. Rude as hell. Yeah, we're drinking wine.
We've got scotch for now.
Buster is rocking with bottom shelf whiskey. Yeah?
Only the creme de la creme.
I think
He's
Oliver's
rocking with bottom shelf whiskey on the rocks.
Oliver is also drinking scotch. He's sitting next to... Sorry, what's the fake name?
Charlie?
He's sitting next to Charlie, as we're calling him. Ren and Winnie. What are you two
I
drinking?
feel like Winnie's sipping on a martini. That seems like her vibe.
I really have no idea. Oh, I'm muted.
Does Ren?
I'm not muted. Hello. I have no idea. Maybe just the whiskey?
Okay. I was gonna say on your budget, probably you're joining Buster with the bottom shelf stuff. That's not good. As you all enjoy your drinks, an individual, he's kind of short, unassuming, walks into the bar and starts talking to the bartender. And they are very quickly, it seems, starting to get into an argument. You don't want your bartender being argued with. That's a bad move.
Party foul.
Party foul. He's serving your drinks. And
Yeah.
honestly, the Blind Pig's not the most expensive place to be getting drinks at. You'd like for things not to go wrong with your bar.
Of course.
Can we tell what
Amelia,
they're arguing about?
Don't think that this is the bar that you perform at, or one of the bars you perform at. Winnie, are you sitting at the bar, or are you sitting elsewhere? Before
At
I
the bar.
let you know if you can hear.
At the bar.
Yeah, you can hear. The shorter individual seems to be accusing the bartender of serving members of a rival mob. And he seems very upset about this. The guy himself who's doing the threatening is not particularly threatening. He's like 5 foot, a little on the rounder side. And even when he's like trying to make what is supposed to be an intimidating face, it is not quite getting there. He does mention that he has friends waiting outside though. Which the bartender seems to react negatively to.
Winnie's gonna move away from both the door and the bar and find a new seat.
Yes.
Emilio will, in fact, probably push himself closer to the corner of the bar and, like, kind of edge away with his cup of wine. He's afraid of confrontation.
Yes, Winnie, there's not a lot of other, like, tables open. It's not a very big place. I'm assuming, Charlie has picked a spot already far from the door.
Yes, generally. He is kind of raising an eyebrow, just kind of like curious. A fight for funsies?
Emilio has seen the signs of a fight before, starts being more nervous.
Buster and Ezra, where are you guys seated?
Buster probably is like at the bar area and probably not far from where the argument's taking place. Buster is just kind of like slightly looking over, finishing his drink, and once it's kind of completely empty, just setting the glass down upside down.
Ezra's that
against the counter.
Ezra's at the end of the bar, looking towards the door. After hearing the argument, he chugs the rest of his beer and just rests his hand on his sidearm.
Emilio starts walking back and forth. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I'm way too close to the bar. Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Yeah, Winnie, the prime table that you would want to sit at in terms of having a view of the door and the bar, but also being away from both of them, is currently occupied. You recognize the person sitting there, but you're kind of hoping that he doesn't recognize you. He is seated with another man at the table already. And the two of them seem to be watching the potentially brewing fight with interest. Both of them very curious.
Excuse me, may I join you guys? I'm just trying to get away from whatever's
Lynn,
about to go on.
or Charlie. A woman in a veil asks if she could sit at your table. Oliver is going to kind of stare at Winnie and be like, I guess, so long as you're not blocking the view, move. Unless she's got something to say, and he's gonna point at Charlie.
She kind of just like narrows her eyes and is like, yeah, no, don't block the show.
Winnie sits and makes herself like as small as possible.
Emilio's now like looking around. Is there another table I can go to? Oh fuck, it's probably too late.
Hey Lynn, get a load of that guy sitting at the bar who looks like he's having a mental breakdown.
Oh, yo, I could make it way worse.
He hears him still being talked about and he freezes up.
I wasn't thinking of shooting, maybe just a little bit of knife.
Vibrating.
There's already a fight starting at the bar. We don't need another fight. I just figured it was funny that the guy looks like he's gonna have a breakdown. Ren, I forgot to ask where you're seated.
I'm sitting at the bar. I'm still drinking my drink, and I'm turning myself so like I'm facing where the fight is, and I have like my arm on my chin. And I'm just kind of waiting for the show.
Yes. So, with everyone, give me a notice check.
Ooh,
for the most part, you're all focused on the bar.
What is it called
Oh
again?
no, I don't have this character
notice
sheet
check?
memorized yet.
Notice, aha. Oh.
That'll be a 5.
Remind me what that is again.
Do we get the...
Do we have a wild die?
D6, which is your wild die, and then you also roll, in your case, that's going to be a D4.
Hell yeah.
Take whichever one is higher.
1 second, I need to... my bennies somewhere else. Because
I got a 6.
It landed on the floor. Okay. I got 2 plus 6. Or 2 plus 6, yeah. Or and a D6.
They don't add. You take whichever one's higher.
Oh, sick.
Oh, wow, that's just really unfortunate.
I got 2.
Also got 2.
You guys can spend your bennies to re-roll. That is the stuff in the ones
That's
that look like poker chips.
A-okay. I'm terrified. I'm timid.
They're the ones that look like poker chips. You should have 3, sometimes they stack. So
yeah, I'm gonna spend a Benny.
And if you get the highest result, it does re-roll an end. So
I got a 6.
you have a 6. We have a 5,
Ooh, that's a 6.
a 2.
11.
5.
11's good. Ren, are you re-rolling?
Yeah, I got a 6. That means I roll again and add, right?
Yes, if you got a d6 on the 6, you re-roll and add.
Do I reroll the d6 specifically?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 4, so a total of 10.
Okay. Did you? Sorry, you might have missed this part because I don't see that you have any in your hand. But you were supposed to draw 2 cards from this deck that you can play one of at any time. As useful or unuseful as circumstances might say, because sometimes they aren't useful, but sometimes you want to play it anyway, because you want to cause problems for yourself.
Sometimes you have to commit to the bit, you know?
And if it has to do with magical powers, that's not an issue for you, but I would let you redraw.
What's a Joker? Because both of these cards say Joker or mention it.
Because there are Jokers in the combat deck for when we do combat.
Gotcha.
Yes. So all of you except for Emilio. Although you're paying attention to the argument starting at the bar, you see an individual stick his head through the door and also start watching the fight. He is armed. And he seems to be watching the argument and being like, come on, wrap it up. As the man at the bar is clearly losing his argument with the bartender, the man approaches and he's like, look, ignore my friend Deuce here. You're gonna do what we want, or we're gonna burn this establishment to the ground.
His name is Deuce?
Homesick spotted.
Huh?
Ignore Rue. And he's gonna be like, we have friends outside who are partial to our cause. So either you're gonna stop serving those idiots from the Felt Mob, or you're gonna stop serving anyone at all. And he's gonna place his gun on the bar. He's not necessarily like holding it ready to fire, but like it's still in his hand and he's like resting it on the bar counter.
Am I near this?
Who's the closest to this?
Am I unfortunately the closest?
I was gonna say, I think Buster is the closest.
Yes. Buster is gonna go ahead and stand up from his seat. Boys,
Amelia will fall back.
I don't know
The truck will fall
about you. Buster's just gonna kind of look at the men, mainly the one who put down his gun, get a little bit closer. I don't know about you two, but I kind of really like drinking here. And look, I understand. It sounds like there's some kind of a problem. And from what it sounds like, it's gonna go a direction none of us want to go in. So, if you could just do me a favor, and maybe, I don't know, save this for another day. Because if this goes how I think it's going, I'm gonna have to get involved. And I really don't want to get involved. And after Buster says that, he's gonna smash the gun in the table.
I should have stayed home. I should have stayed home. I should have stayed home.
Yeah, in response to Buster smashing the gun into the table, the new individual is going to take a swing at Buster.
Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here?
And I guess we're going to combat.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! My guy falls out of the chair the second when he slams the gun down on the table. I fall back in my chair onto the ground.
Ren laughs immediately as you fall.
Scared.
Am
feared.
Yes. So we're gonna go to combat. Because as okay, he goes to swing, and hearing the commotion, actually no, he'll go to swing. We're gonna roll some damage here. Hold on, let me get the right dice. What's your parry, Buster?
My parry is 7.
Oh,
Parry?
this barely connects. This barely connects. Okay. Hold up, I have to look something up real quick.
What's my parry? 2? Oh fuck.
Parry is only for fisticuffs, so we got
Yeah.
it's fine.
I'll stay away from that.
I have to fight the PDF real quick. Okay. Oh, I'm getting lucky for specifically fighting against Buster. Your toughness?
7.
Yeah, so he swings and he manages to connect. It is not enough to hurt you. You've been punched in the face many, many, many times before. But you are briefly a little stunned. Just like, oh, okay, that was harder than you were expecting it to be, but still not that hard. We go to combat. Is anyone else getting involved in this fight other than Buster?
As
Ren
a
is
rule.
just gonna watch.
Charlie stands up.
Emilio is like scurrying around, reaching for his gun just in case.
Okay. Charlie.
I'm backing up into a corner though.
If you are getting involved, draw a card. Buster, draw a card. Ren is not getting involved. Oliver is not getting involved.
Which cards are we drawing?
What?
Which cards are we drawing? The middle ones?
If you're joining the fight, yes.
Right.
And reveal the card.
Oh.
Which card do we draw?
Bartender. You'd be drawing from the red deck only if you are actively joining the fight.
Actively join the fight. Well, how active is active? I'm probably gonna
be planning on shooting the gun in the next.
Yes.
Okay, then yes, draw a card.
Draws the Joker. Oh.
Okay, we have the bartender, we have the short guy, we have the new guy.
I'm gonna give him one of the Sacramento surprise.
And we have people outside. You can spend a penny to redraw if you so choose.
I'll be fine.
I'm assuming Winnie is not joining the fight then.
Winnie gives Charlie like raises her glass to Charlie when Charlie gets up, and then she just continues sipping her little martini.
Oliver
Wow.
is charmed by this. In that case, the short guy gets to go first. And what he's going to do is he's going to run for the door and be like, guys, we got trouble inside. Not the kind of trouble I'm good for. And that is, I think, going to be his turn, honestly, because he does not really want to be in this fight. This is not what he's good at. Which brings us to Charlie.
That's me. Charlie has a hand on one of their pistols and starts walking forward. Just like, hey, I agree. I agree with the fellow over here. I don't really want to be finding another bar. And then she's going to fire a shot at their feet, not to hit them, just to. She is trying to provoke this person.
You're gonna hold up. I have to relook something up. Give me a hold up. Give me a second. Because I think I know what I'm gonna have you roll, but I want to double check. I am going to have you roll shooting then.
Will do.
And you're doing this to the guy who just punched Buster or the short guy?
Which was the one? Wait, no. The short guy had just moved away. So yeah, the one who punched Buster.
Okay.
That's a 4.
Okay. Yes, you shoot at his feet. And unfortunately, as a taunt, it does not work, I don't think, because he passed the test that taunt would give. But because you did not get a raise either. Yes. So it doesn't work as an actual taunt. You do shoot at his feet, and he is kind of like, excuse you. Get the fuck away from me.
Oh, no.
Which, great timing, because it is now his turn. I'm stealing this back from you. Oliver's gonna, like, groan as you do this and have his head in his hands. And it is now this dude's turn to try to punch you, Lynn.
Deserved, honestly.
What's your parry?
That is a 5.
He swings and misses.
Ha! Loser. This is out loud.
you call him a loser, you can see like his eyes flash, and he doesn't care about the rest of us now. He wants to punch you really, really badly.
Really, really badly and really, really hard.
That being said, the short guy returns from the door, and he has friends. There are about 5 of them. Um, so,
Does he have
including
companions or does he have friends?
Good distinction.
you want to give me a notice check to see if you can determine?
Oh fuck.
Heck yeah, I do. 2.
You have no idea. For your intents and purposes, they are a group. And they seem to be all on the same page.
Understood.
Yes. They are all armed, and they are looking at everyone in this bar as a potential enemy. They are very much now blocking the exit to the bar. And it doesn't seem that anyone who's currently in the bar is going to make their way out. It is now the bartender's turn. He has realized that this is getting a little out of control. But you guys seem to be on his side so far. So he's going to try to jump over the bar and actually be on everyone else's side of the bar so he can get in on this fight. And he eats shit.
I laugh at him.
Good for him.
Okay, he doesn't eat shit that badly, but it is not a graceful climbing over the bar. You kind of just wish he went the long way around. It's kind of embarrassing to watch. Ezra.
The Savage Worlds? Where is Savage Worlds?
Only punches have been thrown at the moment, right?
Only punches have been thrown so far, but the guys at the door look like they're ready to use guns.
Can I see any of them from my current location?
Yeah. I mean, if you can see the door to the bar, and you can see that they're blocking the door to the bar.
I would like to shoot the guy who initially was having the argument with the bartender.
The short guy?
Yeah, I want to shoot the short guy with my pistol.
Give me a shooting roll. Are you going for lethal or non-lethal? Let me ask that real quick. It doesn't matter for your shooting roll, but I am asking.
This is my favorite bar. I'm going lethal. He messed with my bartender.
Don't fuck with our bartender.
6.
Yeah, roll damage for me.
Beautiful. Uh, 7. 5 plus 1 and a plus 1.
Yes. Yeah, you watch this guy like stumble back as you catch him in the arm. You've had a few drinks tonight. Your aim's not as good as when you're sober, or I should say more sober. But, you catch him in the arm, and, that does seem to have everyone in the bar a little riled up because you have officially fired the first shot of this fight.
Hmm.
He's still standing. He's clearly in a lot of pain, though. Which takes us to Emilio.
So he's a bit shocked right now, to be completely honest. How many guys are here now? I know one guy is now very injured.
He's not that
There's a
injured.
lot happening.
There's one guy that's injured. The guy who threw the punch, and 5 other guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna just start screaming. I'm gonna start screaming like a kind of scream that, like, even in a situation like this, pulls people's attention. It's like so out of the ordinary.
Blood
Let's have a blood
curdling.
curdling scream.
It's like, guys, stop! Please, I don't need this right now. And I'm gonna hold my gun towards just
His own head.
just one of them. Just like I'll aim it towards like the big group. And I've decided what kind of devil I have. It's a very chaotic devil. Okay.
Give me a performance check to see how this goes
Please,
for you.
please, I don't need this right now.
Yeah, give me performance.
Performance. That is a D8 plus 3 plus.
Not plus. It's whichever one is higher.
Oh yes, 6.
So that re-rolls. That's nice.
It's going into space now. I don't know
saw
why
that.
it's going into space.
Retry that again. Grab a new D6.
Give me that. Give it to me.
Throw it off the table.
Here. It died again. But it was a 1.
Okay, we'll call that a 7. There might be dice on the table. I think I could summon more dice for you somewhere perhaps.
No worries.
Um
I'm gonna roll for panic attack real quick.
what do you mean roll
On a
for
scale-
panic attack? What do you
On a
mean
scale-
roll for panic attack?
1 to 12.
What do you mean roll for panic attack?
Oh, big
reaction.
panic attack. That was a D12 I just rolled.
Yeah, okay,
I'm gonna-
you are
Can I deal with the devil?
that would count as
Ooh.
a second action. So no.
Are you
but-
counting
Oh.
screaming as his first action?
I
Give
wasn't
us
I wasn't
performance.
trying to scream as like an action to
Okay, fine.
to
I'll let
do
you go with the
anything.
devil.
Okay.
Spend a penny.
Yeah, I'll spend a Benny.
Okay,
One for the devil. And I'll give the man 3 power points.
That's not how that works.
It is.
No, you
Not quite.
make me a. Oh, you want 3 power. No, what are you trying to get from the devil? We're gonna start with this. What are you trying to get from the devil?
Let's see. I want a spell that gets rid of people. And I'm going through the list right now, and the spell Banish looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Banish is
it's really funny.
for.
I feel like I'm just my character's just thinking, I just want him gone. I just want him gone. Give me something that makes him gone.
History repeats itself once more.
I just imagine him slightly drunk during all of this.
I was gonna say banish is for non-human entities.
Is it for non-humans?
Yep.
Does it make his
Uh,
hat disappear?
I think what you want. Give me a second. What I'm gonna suggest to you instead is.
I want to make him disappear. Can you help me make him disappear?
Okay, because the one I want to let you do, yeah, I'll be a little loose with the rules. I'll be a little loose with the rules. You're gonna need 4 power points because I'm gonna tell you teleport one of them randomly.
Fuck yes. Okay, I'm in.
Only one of them because
What
I'm
what
not
is
giving you
the
too much.
what is
That's very loose with the
what
rules.
what is the it's teleport?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm letting you be loose with the rules.
Gotcha.
For the bit. You're
Let's gamble.
going
I approve.
to
I want to make him gone.
make
And I'm
me
at
a
it.
gambling
Well,
roll.
it teleports up somebody up to 12
I'm
feet.
going. Well, what I'm doing is the 24 yards. What I'm doing
24
is
yard.
teleport foe, so you need 4 power points, and where I'm being loose is I'm not making you physically touch the guy.
Oh, do you have to physically touch them for teleport?
Yes, but in this case, you're asking a demon for a favor, so
Yes. Okay.
the demon has to touch the guy.
Oh yeah, he's good at that.
Okay. CJ, remember that you have a 4 of diamonds because I'm borrowing this real quick.
Yeah, you're good. I was gonna say I know that I am next.
Okay, let's see.
How
do you play poker again?
give me a gambling roll. Give me a gambling roll.
A gambling roll.
Yes, I need
We
a
must
gambling
gamble.
roll.
I'm good at that one, I think.
We
D8.
must first
Is
gamble.
that plus D8 and a 6?
Yes, you always roll the d6. It's your like backup. So
Okay.
It's your literal plot armor in a die.
It's your main character energy.
I got a 7.
7. Okay, we're gonna do. That's not a raise. Hold on. So you are just getting.
Gambling roll, draw 5 cards plus 1 extra for a success.
So
Or
you
2
get
with a rate.
6. Okay, I got.
Hell yeah, we're playing Pygo.
Okay, you have
Joker.
a Joker, which is a wild card.
Pretty good.
4, 5, and 6.
Okay, I'm seeing a 2 pair here pretty well. Or I could go 3 of a kind.
I was gonna say you
Okay.
need 4 power points. The 3 of a kind is better than 2 pair.
3 of a kind is better than a 2 pair. Yeah, let's go with the goes a nice 3 of a kind with a king kicker.
Okay, that is 6 power points. We're
Wait,
ignoring.
what?
There's a table for how this works.
No, the effect. Oh, I get 6 power points
Well,
if I win.
I was gonna say the 3 of a kind is worth 6 power points. Do you want to use the 2 extra power points to?
I target another dude.
No. You can. Oh, and you get your Benny back because you drew a Joker.
Oh, W's. Yeah, that Benny.
Would you like to use the power points to add to your spell or to give you more power points for yourself? Like to your roll. So you can either get a +2 to your roll or 2 power points.
I want a +2 to my roll.
Okay.
I want this man gone.
Give me
He's
a
scary.
spell casting roll.
Oh, what do I got for that? Spell casting? Ooh, I got 2 d6s. Okay, let's see.
Sorry
no, wait.
for dropping them into the gun and the game.
They went into the gun. They went into the gun. One second. One second. They went into the gun. Wait, it disappeared.
Right click on the gun. You should be able to draw them from the gun.
I got one of them out. Okay, I'll just roll this one twice. I got a 5. And a 2.
5 plus 2 gives you a
Is it-
7. So that is a success. You point your gun at one of the random dudes, and suddenly,
He blinks out of existence.
in a with a snap sound and just the tiniest scent of brimstone, the guy's gone. He's outside somewhere. You think. You're not actually entirely certain where he is. But he's gone, and that's all you care about.
Really
Nobody
just
in the bar is enthused about this.
he just screamed and then erased someone.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like if he screamed and erased someone.
Ah.
Any level of mirth that Charlie had is just entirely eliminated seeing this.
Oliver is like shell shocked, staring
I
at
just
this.
want to drink peacefully.
Um,
Fuck. Sit back down
Buster-
and start crying.
Buster, it's your turn.
I don't like blood.
Is the other guy still there?
He disappeared one of the 5 people who just showed up. So there is 4 other guys. The guy who punched you and the short guy.
Is the guy that punched me still next to me?
Yes.
I'm decking his shit.
Yeah, give me fighting.
Where's my D10?
A question: is Ren allowed to join the combat later, or is
Yes,
Ren just
I'm
out of
about
the
to have
combat?
everyone draw combat cards for the next round of combat.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 10.
Oh.
Roll
Okay.
that savagely.
That's 21 to hit?
Yeah, that fucking hits. That hits. And that is
Right before Buster connects, he just says, "My turn."
cause okay, that's trying to do math. Give me a second. I think that's 3 raises. Yeah. Roll me damage. You get
Ouch.
you know these rules better than I do, but you get the raises.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I get an additional D6.
Yep.
Let's see. So that's 9 damage.
Yeah, you punch him hard and he goes crashing into the bar top. Sorry, Aaron's back on his shenanigans. I can see the giant candle, the giant figurine. Yeah, he goes crashing into the bar top. He's not looking great, and if anything, he's kind of terrified of you. Because that shit hurt like a bitch. More than a normal punch would.
Is he still on his feet?
Barely.
Cool. It's a good thing I've got two-fisted.
Oh, yeah, you wanna...
I'm swinging again.
Yeah.
I can swing again with no penalty.
Yep, give me a second fighting.
That's an 8.
Yeah, that hits. Give me give me damage. No bonuses this time.
This one aces. 13 damage.
He's out on the floor. He's not gonna be getting back up anytime soon. You punch him a second time, and it knocks him clean off the bar top onto the ground. Top of initiative. Everyone's involved this time.
Let's go.
The deck should be shuffled, so draw cards.
Oh, was I shaken?
Doink.
No.
Do I draw a card?
Oh, you gotta be flipping my frog.
You are having
Oh,
so
no!
much card draw.
I drew high.
We have the bartender, we have the short guy, and we have the 4 other dudes. If people would like to spend a Benny to re-roll or to redraw,
Yeah, I feel like I got it for this one.
Yeah, you got a 2, dude.
not
Wait,
even just
I
a
think I
2.
should two
Oh.
then.
You, Lenny, actually just get to redraw for free because of Quick.
Oh. Oh, cool.
Because you got 4
Okay.
out of 5.
Okay. How do I get rid of this 2 then? Do I just
Just put it in a pile like next to the cards.
it's over there? That'll be the shame corner. Oh, never mind.
The shame corner is where I currently reside.
Okay, I got a 7 now.
Alright.
Okay.
Draw a new card. Come on, please. It's better.
You're not last.
Yeah, I'm not last.
Looking at these cards, Winnie.
Winnie is going to keep sitting, and cast Deflect around herself.
Yeah, give me spell or spellcasting or spellcasting. I think spellcasting or spellcasting.
It should be. Is it not Faith?
I was gonna say, are you a blessed or
I'm a shaman.
shaman?
Give me a second. I can look this up. I have it here.
I was gonna say
It
it
is
might be
Faith.
Faith, actually.
It is Faith.
Yeah.
I'm a tad of that too.
So give me that spellcasting.
What is my faith? That is a. I'm gonna spend a penny.
Okay.
Attempt number 2. That.
And what'd you say?
4.
4? Yes, you successfully cast Deflect. Yes.
People have been punching, so I want it to work on melee attacks, not ranged attacks.
Sounds good. Give me a second. We're gonna stare at deflection real quick. Yes. Okay. We'll leave that as a melee.
Yeah.
And that is your turn.
I'm very happy with my turn.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Amelia.
I open my eyes and I see that there's one less person and that the guys are looking at me. I am still nervous. Is anybody coming over towards me?
They're still a little bit in shock from you doing that, but they are all staring at you, so it's pretty
Stop it! Stop
convenient.
looking at me! Stop! What does blind do? Here, let me look up blind real quick.
You're gonna cast blind.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you can make it
Um,
a blast effect. No, that's the wrongest level. You can no, I'm right. You can make it
an area
a
effect.
area effect.
No, I'll just shoot.
Just for one of the random guys.
Looking at me! Yeah,
Okay, give
He's-
me
he's gonna just like shoot.
a shooting roll.
That's gonna
Um,
be, what is that? I have a D8. Okay.
Give me a second. I want to look at something real quick.
It would actually roll.
Um,
It went in the fucking gun again. Okay.
me when I load my
Land.
gun. with
Okay.
dice.
What was my other shot? I didn't even say what I rolled the other one at. Oh, here it is. I got a 4.
Yeah. Give me a damage, which is for you. You didn't write it on your character sheet. Hold up, let me pull up the
Second,
damage from this.
I've written on my character
stupid
sheet.
fucking gun. 2d6.
2d6.
These also can ace. So.
Yes.
Oh, I can ace these?
Yep.
What does that mean?
Okay. Yeah, you pick a guy at random and shoot.
It's not even really pick. I shoot over there. He's in the way.
You pick a guy at random and shoot. You shoot him in the thigh, and he like collapses to a knee, but he's still alive and also in pain and pissed off now.
I keep the gun pointed at him. I am now scream crying. And that'll be it for me. I'm like kicking my feet to like push me back farther into the wall that I'm already up against. I'm like that kind of hysteria. I'm losing it.
Clearly.
That'll be my
this brings
turn.
us to Charlie.
I'm quite happy with myself.
Well, Ezra shot a guy, right? Is the guy that Ezra shot conscious?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to. Do I care if it's lethal? No, they fucked with the bar. I'm just gonna shoot him. I don't care if it's lethal or not.
Yeah, kill him. Kill that guy.
You messed with the bartender, shoot him.
That
The
fucker
bartender
deserves
doesn't
to
ask
die.
questions. Don't fuck with the guy who pours the drinks.
Yeah, he yelled at that guy. Shoot him 5 times in the head. Maybe that'll teach him.
Yeah, give me shooting.
Get his.
Oh, I
bitch
forgot to draw a
ass.
card for Oliver. Hold up.
It's fine.
I
He's
will
he's
go
doing the
after-
same thing when he's doing.
He doesn't have magic. He's not casting a spell. Okay, I'll just have him go after Lynn.
No, he's
That's
just
how
sitting
this is
next to
gonna
Winnie
go.
drinking, watching this go down.
Probably, but
He's doing
Well,
what it
well-
looks like when he's doing.
we'll have him go after Lynn. Lynn, shoot this bitch.
And that's a 4.
Yeah, I mean that hits. You want to give me damage?
Yippee! Oh, hold on. It's on the sheet. That's going to be a total of 6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah, you shoot him in like almost the exact same spot that Ezra already shot him in the arm. So like he's
The same spot or mirrored?
next to the same spot. In the same arm. He's not pleased about that, but he's not looking great. He's now been shot twice in the arm, and there's blood everywhere. That's a giant bullet. Um,
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
anyway, sorry, staring at the giant bullet. We're fine. The giant D6 worries me more, honestly. Yes, he's not looking great. He's losing a lot of blood, but he is in fact still standing. Oliver's turn before I forget. He is in fact just drinking, and he's gonna turn to Winnie and be like, I'm not gonna pretend I'm any good in a fight. And he's like, can I have a sip of your drink?
My drink?
Yeah, he offers to trade drinks.
She'll switch, sure. As long as she's getting a sip in return.
Yeah. The giant D6. I have that dice.
Yes.
I have that Hold on. I have that dice. Is it in this dice bag? Is it in the other dice bag? Is it still loose in boxes that I haven't unpacked since moving?
Is there still glitter in my bag?
Oh no, it's slightly
Oh,
different.
this dice, yeah.
It's slightly different. It has a different pattern.
Anyways, Whitney's gonna be like, oh, friend over there is really interesting. They're certainly making decisions. I don't know what their plan is.
We'll find out. And then I'm going to ignore it because I have a thing called a job.
You have a job?
The
An
minute you
income.
hear Oliver say, I have a job, I go, you have a job?
An income. You don't meet many people with one of those these days.
Yeah, had the job before the crash. Still have the job. Kind of wish I didn't because I'll get into it later. I haven't had enough drinks to be spilling all my secrets yet. Which brings us to Ezra. No. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it brings us to Ezra.
How many people is everyone still alive?
There's the guy who got teleported outside, or as far as you're aware, Actually, you give me an occult roll.
Yay.
Lynn, I'll let you do one of these as well, and Winnie. To see if you know what the fuck Amelia just did.
6 plus 2, 8.
That's 5.
Winnie, did you want to take a stab at guessing what the hell was happening when the guy went missing?
What do I roll?
Or not Ren. I meant Winnie, because I don't think Ren has a cult. So no, you have no idea what the fuck
Yeah.
just happened.
Okay.
I did mean Winnie, since I know she might know.
That's a 7.
Yeah, the three of you recognize what happened as magic. Lynn, specifically, you've used that spell before. You know the teleport spell very well. You know exactly what happened. Winnie and Ezra, you two are kind of just guessing that the guy's okay, because normally if a magic spell is killing somebody, there would still be a body. So you're assuming he's still alive somewhere.
Okay.
Back to Ezra, what are you
What's
doing?
Doug looking like?
What's it called? The guy I shot is still alive. Oh,
Yes, barely, because Lynn just also shot him.
I attempt to shoot whoever's closest to, like, whoever's blocking the door at the moment.
There's kind of a group of them. One of them got shot in the leg by Emilio. The other three are still standing. No, the other two, because it's guy with the arm, guy with the leg, the two guys who haven't been shot, and then there's the guy who is attempting, the short guy is also still around.
I'll shoot the guy who's been shot in the leg.
Okay, give me shooting.
Do. Trying to remember how much. 8. Okay. I would like to spend a penny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. 4.
That does hit.
Does. Okay.
So give me damage.
Six.
Yeah, you shoot him, and it hits his stomach, and he is fully collapsed to the ground. He's probably not going to survive. Like, you're fairly certain he's still alive, because, like, he he lets out a groan when he collapses to the floor, but you don't think he's gonna be alive much longer.
Mm.
He's not getting back up at the very least.
Ezra just says good and shifts his eyes to the next target.
Good.
It is now the bartender's turn. He's going to attempt to swing at the short guy. And misses. It is Ren's turn.
Hello. Okay. Can you give me a rundown of like the environment again? So there's the group of people who are blocking the door. Is there a
Yes.
back door?
There might be one behind the bar, like, because there's a little bit of like a kitchen area behind the bar. That is currently behind a closed door. You don't know if there's another back exit through that way.
Is there anything in the ceiling above the large group of guys?
Give me a notice check.
Okay. That's a D4 and a 6, right? Yeah. I got a 1 in both of them.
Ooh.
Ren is incapable of
Oh,
looking up.
that's a crit failure. You can't even reroll that. You can't reroll crit failures.
Ren is just incapable of looking upwards.
Yeah, you gotta take a look upwards and like you get like this massive crick in your neck and you're just like, ah, oh. sleeping rough for a little while will do that to you.
Damn. That's what you get for just sleeping on the floor. Okay.
Consequence.
In that case, I guess I'll just shoot somebody.
Okay, give me shooting.
Shooting? I got a 4.
That will pass. I forgot to ask. Are you going to shoot the guy who got shot in the arm twice to the unshooted people? There's the 2 unshooted people, and there's the short guy.
I'm gonna shoot the short guy.
Shoot the short guy. Okay. Give me damage.
Well, that would be the guns. Yeah, I see it says
Yes.
2d6. Okay. Give me 1 sec to get my other d6. Four. Oh, wait, no. 5.
Because these 2 add for
Yeah.
damage. Okay, 5.
Wait, did I add it or did it? I don't remember what I got. No, I did. No, that makes sense. Yeah, it was 5. I did add.
Yes. So you are going to shoot at the short guy. That give me a second. Yes. You shoot at him. You kind of just barely graze him with the bullet, and it lands mostly into the bar tabletop or countertop. The short guy looks at you in surprise, and it's like, "You're shooting me?" sort of expression. He looks horrified and sad and scared.
To be honest, Red is not paying attention and is just shooting anyone who looks shootable right now.
She's just shooting. Yeah. This puts us at Buster.
Okay. So it's just kind of mainly the guys at the door.
It is mostly the guys at the door and the short guy.
Which one is closer?
Short guy.
Yeah, we're gonna. He's the one that started all this too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go after him.
Yep. Give me fighting.
Yeah, I got you. Let's see, that is 9.
Yep. Give me damage.
Uh, 10 damage.
Yeah, you hit him pretty fucking squarely in the face, and he's still shocked and in pain from being shot by Ren. So he's not really expecting to be punched in the face. And he kind of just sinks slowly to the floor as he tries to crouch and hide away from you.
Is he still up and moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna hit him again.
Yeah, give me another fighting.
This aces.
Ooh.
That aces again.
I'm gonna preemptively take his card.
12, 15, 17 to hit.
Yeah, that's a success with a raise.
Let's see. That is 14.
He goes to like shrink to the floor and hide away from you. You just grab the front of his shirt and just punch him again. And when you let go of him, it is a sharp drop to the floor and not the slow slink away from you towards the floor. He joins his friend on the ground at your feet. Which
Good stuff.
us at the guys by the door. Give me a second. And okay, the two that are standing are going to shoot. One of them will be shooting. Actually, there's still 4 guys standing. No, it's 3. The guy with the injured arm is going to shoot at Lynn. Let's see if he hits. No, because he's at a minus. Okay, first guy doesn't hit Lynn, which leaves the 2 that are uninjured. One of them is going to shoot at... I think they're both going to shoot at Emilio, actually, because they did just watch him.
Whoa!
So the first one does succeed his shooting roll. The second one also succeeds. So we
I can parry that.
You can parries for melee, so they are just shooting at you.
Ooh.
So the first guy just barely grazes you. Which just leaves you as shaken. The second
Where do
guy.
I write that?
Just keep it in mind, because I'll give you a chance to unshake here in a second. On your turn. Because it just means that you can't do anything else till you unshake.
Oh, I'm shaken.
The second guy actually shoots you in the leg, almost as revenge for his friend.
Ow!
So you are at a wound.
Okie dokie. Also, do I get the teleport foe power now?
No.
Okay.
You're borrowing it, basically, from your demon.
I see. The homie.
The homie.
My bad. The no-he.
The no-he. Yes. And that is the end of that round of combat, which means that we go back to the top if I can merge this deck and shuffle it.
Why is there a giant HE round on the table? Was that in my gun?
Aaron, there's an A gun. Can I drop it back into a gun, or is it too big to fit in the... It fits in the gun!
How does it shoot from the gun?
Don't worry
about it.
Do I deal?
Draw a card.
Oh god. 8. Oh, not too high. Let's go, CJ. Let's go, CJ. Let's go, CJ.
Come on, CJ. Yeah!
Hey!
Let's go!
So we have the bartender, we have Oliver, who I'm not forgetting this time, and we have the 3 guys still standing. Buster goes first, finally, as he's meant to.
Woo!
Can I
Alrighty.
get promoted real quick?
Am I near the 3 guys?
There's like they're within walking distance, so you could get there and not have that be your entire turn, but there's like space between you.
It's gonna close the distance. And we're just gonna start swinging.
Okay, are you picking the injured guy or the 2 not injured guys?
We'll do the not injured guy.
Okay. I'll just have you pick one at random because it's the same. So, fighting.
This aces. That is a 9 to hit.
That hits. Give me damage.
Uh, 5 damage.
All right. It's not your best punch. But you do still manage to hit this guy pretty solidly in the gut. And he's winded for sure from that.
We're gonna hit him again.
Give me fighting.
That is another 8 on the d6. That is a 10 to hit.
Yep. Give me damage. This. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
That is 7 damage.
Yeah, your second punch to this dude, definitely hits much harder. You can feel his nose crack underneath your fist. And he takes a few steps back, clearly thrown off his game, but he's still standing.
That will do it for me.
That does make it their turn. The guy you just punched is going to swing back at you. Does a 10 hit? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Which goes to damage. Which doesn't do very much to you. He hits. But just as like the earlier guy, where like, yeah, it hits and you feel it. It doesn't really hurt. And he kind of just like stares at like the fact that you don't react to the punch, and it's like, oh shit. The fully uninjured guy is going to take another shot at Emilio. He does hit. This is another shot that mostly grazes Emilio, though, because he is shaking hard enough that it is kind of difficult to hit him. So this one only grazes Emilio. It does graze. Sorry, I'm realizing that Kenji was gone. Emilio's being shot at.
Yes.
It only grazes him, though. It does graze next to where he got shot in the leg, so it does hurt like a bitch. But,
He's a little bit drunk. So
he's a little bit drunk and he's shaking
bit drunk.
like a leaf, so he's kind of difficult to hit.
yeah, they can't. You ain't gonna touch me.
The guy who got shot in
You
the arm
promote me real
is
quick.
what?
Can you promote me?
No.
I have something that I can put in here. Okay, I'll send it to you then.
Okay. The last guy who's injured is gonna try to shoot at Lynn again. You aren't supposed to do well on this. Hello? Lynn, does an 8? 8 hits. I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Damage. He is going to shoot you. It's like he locks in suddenly and like takes a shot that hits your shoulder. Very solidly in the shoulder. And boy does that fucking
Ow!
You know, you've been shot before, so you know what that feels like, and you don't enjoy it any more than you did the previous 100 times that you've been shot. You are shaken with a wound. Which brings us to Winnie. I cannot hear you.
Winnie doesn't really have anything to do.
She's just enjoying
She's just-
sipping on her beverage.
Yeah, she's trying to not get involved. How old is Oliver?
He looks in his early mid-30s maybe.
Okay. Yeah, she's just vibing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is like preparing an action a thing in Deadlands? I don't remember.
I don't think so, but what are you thinking?
Oh, I was just gonna be like if someone comes at me, I will stab them.
I think they're ignoring you, so I think you're okay.
Yeah, I agree. It's a big if.
Okay. Um, on that note, that is your turn then, which brings us back to Emilio.
I'm shaking more than I already was.
Oh, you need to unshake. Give me a vigor roll.
Ooh, that's that is no good. Oh shit! There we go. Grab those fuckers. There we go. Roll a 4.
You unshake.
Yes!
You can do something else if you want to.
I feel dead calm.
You do not feel dead calm. You
I've
feel the
overcome.
normal amount of calm.
I'm going to. I'm gonna summon a dude.
Sure. Give me spellcasting.
Spellcasting for summoning an ally.
Yes, because you have to cast a spell in order to summon the ally.
Okay. 6. So I will roll 2d6.
What kind of ally are you looking for?
I'm trying to get a bodyguard.
Okay, then you will need to have. You will be spending 5 power points on this.
Oh, it's 5? Okay, then I'm going to summon an attendant.
Okay, that'll put you at 3.
Bink. 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 Is this something that you can gamble for to raise the rank of something?
Yes.
Benny's going in.
You're gonna gamble again?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a gambling roll.
Gambling roll. I love that roll. What is my gambling? It's a 10?
You do not have
Oh, it's an 8. Okay.
10 gambling.
Don't land in the gun. I got a 7.
That is a success. Give me a second, because I need to write down what everyone has. So we have a
I'm
whole
gonna
deck
play
to
my
gamble with.
raise, my ace to raise that.
Okay, you will get an extra card. Give me a second. I'm writing down what people have so you can have a full deck to gamble from.
You can spawn another deck as well.
True, actually. Give me a second. Objects. I
Yeah,
need a component. I need cards. I need a standard deck. Oh, I want one with jokers. Hold on.
Oh, I'm
Cards,
actually
jokers,
playing Pygo now. Let's go.
Objects.
Wait, doesn't the
components.
devil also make a hand?
No, it's the one hand. Okay, you want a standard deck, and I need to add 2 jokers to it. Hold on. We're going to tint this one red, so you know it's a red joker. Okay. Okie dokie. So we're gonna do
7
one-
cards, please.
7 cards, yes. And you drew another
Ooh.
joker. Come on. You
Jeez.
get your
We like
thing back.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4, 5, 6.
Come on, give me a
7.
clubs. Okay. We almost got a straight flush there.
I was gonna say, yeah, that
That-
would have been
that-
fucking
that-
nuts.
That is 1 card off of a straight flush.
That would have been
Ugh.
fucking nuts.
I think straight flush is the highest.
Yes.
Damn, that's kind of crazy. We're gonna go for a straight.
Okay,
I
that
think
gives you
a
8
straight.
power points.
I think is a straight the best hand here? Yeah, a straight's the best hand. Dang, it's so close. Okay, yeah.
Yes, a straight, I believe, is the best hand here.
Yep. Let's go for the straight.
That will give you 10
8
power
power
points.
points.
Nope, 8 power points, you're right. So that is, and you are looking to cast Summon Ally at what rank?
I guess, well, now I have more power points. Give me a sentinel. Or
yep.
actually, give me a bodyguard that has claws.
Okay, so that would be, for 6 power points, so you have 2 extra. Are you going to use that to boost your roll?
Boost the roll.
Get a +2
Define
to the
that.
roll because you have 2 extra power points.
Oh, to the bodyguard roll or the spellcast roll?
To the spellcasting roll.
And what did I roll on that spellcast again? I rolled.
You haven't rolled it yet. I was gonna have you re-roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get +2 to that.
Okay. Give me spellcasting.
Spell casting. So I get my bennies back as well, right?
You do get your Benny back.
Okay, I get my Benny back. I get these power points back. And I get to roll a D6 plus a wild roll.
+2.
+2.
Yes, from the extra power points
Yeah.
from the spell.
5 + 2, 7.
That is a success. You guys watch as Amelia gets rid of a guy. And now you're about to watch the opposite, where a guy
I'm making a guy.
Yes. He...
Through my patron Nohi, I summoned the butler.
Yes. You watch as this guy shows up. He doesn't... Everyone give me a notice check.
Everyone?
Everyone. As you watch Emilio summon a guy.
4.
Oh, that aced.
That's solid.
11.
Actually, you don't need to
That's
make
gonna
a
be a
notice check,
14.
Emilio.
Jeez, nice.
How the fuck are you rolling a 14?
I aced.
I mean, awesome. What is that die over there?
I got an 8.
I'm sorry, just waiting on...
Let me come up with a name for my guy.
was gonna say he's not permanent.
All
He's gonna be disappearing here in a moment.
His name is Harry, okay?
Harry's gonna be disappearing here in a moment.
Every time I summon another ally, it's always gonna be Harry.
Ezra, what's your role? You are muted, and I think you said 4, but I'm not certain.
1.
1?
6. My bad.
6. Okay. Regardless, you all stare at the guy Emilio summoned, and you go, "That guy is not human. He looks like he's made out of mud, maybe? Clay?" Regardless, he has long-ass sharp claws.
And he is immune to fear.
And he's immune to fear. Yes. So I will draw a card for your guy, I guess. Actually, no, he'll just act on your turn. So what do you want?
So should
your
I
guy
have
to
him
do?
act?
Yeah, you can have him
Kill that guy that shot me.
Yeah. Okay, he's going to
Fucking kill him!
walk up to the guy who shot you, who's the only uninjured guy, and take a swing. And miss. Unless you want to spend a penny.
He has a +1 to, or what was that?
I
He
rolled
can
a
bite or
2.
claw attack. I rolled 2. Okay. In
I
that case,
rolled
I'll
a
spend a
2.
penny.
You'll spend a penny to reroll? Okay.
Yeah. Harry's gonna get in there.
I rolled a 2 again.
It's okay, Harry. It's okay. You got this. You got this. You don't got this.
Kill that guy and he fucking misses.
It's okay. Now he's up in his face, though. Okay. That'll be it
Yes.
for me.
This brings us to Ren's turn.
Hello. How many people are left? You said one
there is-
non-injured guy.
There is the one non-injured guy that you just watched the clay bodyguard swing at and miss twice. There is the guy who has been shot in the arm twice. And there is the guy that Buster is wailing on.
Okay. Hypothetically, what would I have to do if I wanted to try to persuade one of these guys to just run away?
Persuasion.
Gun.
Okay. Because I have.
Get the fuck
I
out of
would.
here.
I want to just try that. I would be like, listen, I don't know what's going on with the crying loser over there with the giant creature, but either that thing's gonna kill you or this other guy's gonna kill you. And Ren's pointing the Buster.
God damn.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not
I see
wrong.
how it is. I see how it is.
Okay.
Give me persuasion.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll for persuasion, and then I can also roll again if I fail, because I have charismatic.
Yes.
Okay, let me roll. Okay, I got a 6 on the 8 die. So I'm guessing that's not an ace, because I'd have to get an 8 on the 8 die.
Correct.
Is 6 enough, or do I have to
A
roll
6
again?
does pass. Anything if there's no modifiers involved, a 4 will pass. So a 6 passes.
Cool.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'll let you keep this. He stares at you. He stares at the giant clay figure that was just trying to swing at him. He stares at Buster. He looks back at you. And he just
I give him a
turns
wink.
around. Give a wink! And he kind of just nods.
Iconic.
And turns around and walks out.
Wonderful.
It
I'm
is
screaming because my leg hurts.
Oliver's turn. He's, watching all this happen. He sees the guy bleeding out of his leg that summoned the dude, and he goes, I want that guy to be friends with me. So he's gonna sigh, finish his drink, and roll over to Emilio and be like, you trust me? I'm gonna help you.
Who are you?
My name's Oliver. I'm going to help you. Can I heal? Can I, wrap up your leg real quick? And he digs into his suitcase and pulls out, some sketchy looking bandages. He's like, I can help patch up your leg.
One second, let me check something. Okay. Rolling for trust. It was low, but it was always going to be low. Yeah, it's like, yes, please. I would greatly appreciate that. My name's Emilio.
Emilio, okay. Oliver's going to attempt to heal. And he's going to get rid of one wound by bandaging your leg.
I feel dead calm.
Honestly, I'm just surprised that I passed that roll. I'm going to level with you. I wasn't planning on passing that roll.
It was always meant to be.
It was meant to be. Friendship formed between Emilio and Oliver.
One leg later.
Right. Which puts us at Ezra's turn. There are two guys left. The guy who you shot and the guy Buster is wailing on.
The one I shot in the stomach, or the one I shot in the arm?
Arm.
The short guy.
You did not shoot the short guy. Short guy is at your feet at the bar, unconscious, because Buster beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, I did.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna give Harry a mustache.
Shoot the guy that Buster's wailing on at the moment.
Okay, give me fighting. Or shooting, sorry.
Cool, 6.
That does succeed if you want to roll damage.
Eight.
Yeah, you put this guy out of his misery. He's safe from Buster's fists now.
Okay.
The body falls to the floor with a simple bullet to the brain. Which leaves just the guy left. Here, I'll take that from you. Or no, you got it. Which leaves just the one guy left, and it is his turn. He's trying to decide if he's better off going out in a blaze of glory, or if he's better off figuring out how mad his boss is going to be at him if he returns empty-handed and with everyone else unconscious or dead. And he is deciding that he's going to take a shot at you, Ezra.
Oh,
And misses.
good.
Lynn, you want to finish off this combat for us?
Yeah. I want, after she's gotten shot in the arm, she's going to use her other hand and she's just going to fucking dig her claw into the wound Just like, oh, we're gonna be really nice friends, and you're gonna tell us why the fuck you just did this.
Okay.
And I'd like to play an action card,
And you're playing an action card.
adventure card. Spill the
Okay.
beans. Give me everything, man.
Yeah, he's going to panic and he's gonna be like, listen, this wasn't my idea, this was the boss's idea. Um, listen, Spades, it's like, what's the Felt Mob out of this area? And apparently this guy has been serving the Felt Mob, and, as part of the Midnight Crew, you know, we're kind of enemies. And, I don't know shit. He just wants the area cleared out because of all the clock shipments.
She digs her nail in a little bit deeper.
No, don't do that. That hurts. Look. I'm telling you everything I know. I'm telling you everything I know. Please. I don't know shit. I don't. They said that they would pay well if I came along with this, and I don't think there's anything that I could get paid that would work very well for me right now.
She's just gonna like glance around at the bar, just like look. Like she still has a hand on the wound. She's not like actively pressing on it, but a level of just like, are these people enthused with this information? Do I think this is
My
correct?
body's in pain.
We'll call this the end
You
of
should
combat.
shoot him.
We'll call it the end of combat. We're out of combat now. You guys can do whatever. Actually, give me just
Buster.
a second, though, because I gotta run to the bathroom. I'll let you discuss amongst yourselves.
I was gonna
and
say
come
Buster
back
just
to a
kind of
verdict, hopefully.
shaking his head, hearing this, reaching into his coat pocket, pulling out a packet of cigarettes and just lighting one. Going back to his seat.
Amelia looks over, hopeful.
Lynn's just like, oh, that's a fantastic idea, and she lights her own.
Ezra does the same.
Can Ren
Just a
Sir.
smoke circle.
Would you mind sharing one to me as well? My leg, as I am still bleeding through a bandage.
Do I look like a charity? Ask someone else.
Ezra gives him one.
Well, I wasn't asking you, I was asking the Buster.
Buster just kind of looks at him for a moment before taking a cigarette out of his mouth and reaching back into his coat and kind of bring it to where there's one slightly poking out of the box.
I will have Harry go over and pick it up for you. Harry will give you a big bow, as he is probably taller than you. Let's see, I'm trying to put Harry into something. But Emilio will graciously smoke the cigarette and then immediately cough.
What did the young man say again? Well, why he started the fight?
It was
Yes,
because
why did-
because some group from some guys from another gang, I think, or something like that, they saw coming here, and I guess their boss didn't like that.
He was patronizing another gang, yeah.
Okay.
So, what kind of verdict have we come to?
The verdict was that 3 people are now smoking cigarettes indoors.
It's the 30s, you can get away with it.
Could
What's the
Ren
name?
like pickpocket him as Lynn is occupying him with the injury?
Yeah, give me thievery.
Okay. Let me check what I got for that. 6. Okay, let me roll them.
The bartender's gonna walk up and be like, look.
I got a 3.
You. Everyone sees you do this, and you like draw your hand back in shame. At being so blatantly caught. Um. Yeah, so the bartender's gonna walk up and be like, "Look, these two groups, they're not very big mobs. They've been fighting over some shipment container that's hiding, give me a second, I'm picking a location. In the warehouse district. Supposedly there are clocks in the shipping container. I don't care. They've been both in here, in and out, accusing me of serving the other group, and I don't think I've ever actually seen any of these men a day in my life. If you want to do me a favor so I can keep this bar open, though, if you'll go, like, make this shipping container disappear, I'll give you free drinks for the rest of your life. This offer is open to the 7 of you. And he's gonna gesture at the group.
So, free drink sounds pretty good. For how long, though?
I just said for the rest of your life.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that part.
I think your mic cut out.
Okay, well, I meant to say for the rest of your life. I was thinking it at the very least.
I do like the sound of free drinks for the rest of the time we're here. And we kind of can't cash those in if this bar ain't here.
Can I get some money for a hospital?
Does anyone have better healing than Oliver does? Because he might be able. Somebody might be able to patch.
I have a hole in my leg.
It's being patched up. It's
what's
not a
Oliver's
bandage.
healing?
Okay.
Oliver.
Oh, thank God! I still have a hole in my leg.
I have a D6 in healing.
Do I have?
Buster
healing? I don't have a
decides,
healing skill.
just kind of gets up from his chair. Here, let me have a look at that.
Ooh.
Emilio, you watch as this guy covered in bruises, and you just thought dead people.
Is he covered in blood as well?
Yeah, he's covered in blood as well.
Okay, 1 second. Let me panic attack roll. Okay. Oh, that's a 1. I freeze up. But you can still keep coming closer.
That's a 4 on the healing roll.
Yeah, that gets rid of another wound. I think that's your last wound, so you are healed, actually.
Oh shit! Wait, I have a
I'm
wound.
dead
I
calm.
You're dead calm.
Dead
yeah.
calm.
Here, I got a little bit of balm. We'll put that on there.
You do a much better
That's
job
not
of
much.
patching up than Oliver does.
It'll be sore, but it won't sting.
Thank you very much, sir. I greatly appreciate this.
You got any more
Harry,
bandages
thank the
there?
man.
Oliver's going to intentionally, like, jostle Lynn's shoulder. Damn, huh? That
Piece of
hurts? You got us
shit.
another fight?
Well, as I said, this guy isn't asking too many questions about our drinks.
Can have a look. See if I can patch you up. Do you want me to just make another healing roll?
Yes, because you only got a 4 on the first one.
We'll spend a Benny.
Benny.
You got this one got cocked a little bit.
Reroll it.
Okay. 5.
Yep. Lynn, that's a wound healed for you.
Thank you.
Oliver's gonna hold his hand out to you, Buster, and be like, Oliver, thanks.
Buster, nice to meet you.
In exchange for these free drinks, are we gonna like work together or?
I
Well,
have
from what
been
it
given
sounds
drink.
like, if we want to make sure this bar stays afloat and that shipment doesn't put any more stress on this place, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should work together. Just because, like, I could probably find the shipment. I'm not very good in a fight.
I mean,
Help out if I can be guaranteed a performance spot. If I can perform in this bar regularly.
The bartender's like, what? Free drinks not good enough for you?
I like having fun places that I'm at.
Yeah, sure, I'll let you perform, whatever.
Bam. I'm gonna trick shoot something.
Yeah, give me shooting.
I went into the fucking gun. Okay, wait. Let me try that again. Shit. Ooh! Bam! Shoots a bottle off the wall
You shoot the
by
ceiling.
accident.
You shoot the ceiling.
Thank you for removing the gun.
I figured out the toggles.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's all such a fucking bitch to move around. It's really annoying. Trust me, I'm aware. Setting
I
up
think
the
it's
character
around the
sheets
time
is a bitch.
Harry gives us all a salute as he morphs into the ground.
Yeah.
And he turns into a tiny little figurine that I will pick up.
Oliver's gonna stare at the figurine and go, so... You just... cast magic, huh?
I'm having a bad day, okay? I'm trying to get through this.
You're having a bad day.
This is a lot right now.
A very bad day.
Lynn's just like, I feel you, buddy.
I'm having a bad day, and I came out for a drink this once. And all this happened. I don't need this. I don't need this.
As you made it very clear by... What fucking spell did you even cast on that guy anyway?
Oh, teleport.
Oh? Oh
How
no?
do you know that it's fucking teleport?
She just kind of like gives him a look, just like, what few things have you seen me do?
I yelled at... So, what I remember happening is I yelled at him, and then the Hat Man made him disappear.
The Hat Man?
You're talking to a hat man?
The Hat Man.
Oliver's gonna grumble and be like, can I have one of those free drinks now? And the bartender's like, sure.
Arrow,
Buster
I
is
sent you
taking
something.
a long drag off his cigarette.
I sent you something, Arrow.
I see the asset bundle. I haven't added it yet because I'm lazy.
You'll see what I mean by the Hat Man.
I don't want to import this bundle on stream. I'll do it later.
Okay, it takes 5 seconds.
You do know that if you do magic super publicly, like people, you might get disappeared. People might come for you.
Huh?
Yeah, magic
No.
is in fact a crime.
I didn't do magic though.
You didn't do
Oh,
magic.
Did the Hat
You
Man
didn't
do
do
the magic
magic?
for you?
Buster just
That was the Hat Man. That was the Hat
immediately
Man.
looked over.
Lynn looks
That wasn't
so
me.
amused.
That
I mean,
wasn't me.
is
That,
it-
that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Is it murder
Sure.
crime?
And my Hat Man isn't real either.
I dropped my gun on the ground. Fuck.
Well, I mean, the Hat Man obviously is real, but
Hat Man's scary. Yeah.
Ron, you were starting to say
The
something.
Hat Man
Saying,
comes
is it
around and tries
murder
to offer me help.
illegal? We just fucking killed a bunch of people.
Murder's
So-
Yeah,
also not
self-defense.
legal, but this was self-defense. And to be fair, 2 of the guys are just unconscious on the floor by the bar.
You should-
Oh god, I made that guy disappear. Oh god.
Can Ezra start
Is that me?
teleporting through their
Was that me?
pockets?
Oh, the Hat
Yeah,
Man. The Hat
Ezra,
Man came out and touched him.
You
Can we see the guy outside?
No. As far as you're aware,
Okay.
he ran away.
I was hoping that he was teleported into the air a little bit.
I was
Maybe he had
thinking
a
he's
couple
on the roof of
fractures.
the building.
Oh, I mean, like he would have been teleported into the air in a space about the height of the building.
He's
They
on
have
the
to
roof
be
of the building.
teleported onto like ground. It's
Okay.
in the spell.
Give me a second, buffering.
Was there going to be anyone else who was going to try to like loot the knocked out guys?
That's what I was
Ezra's
doing right now.
it.
Can I
Robbery?
steal
my
from the
gosh, so much
guy that I
crime.
am still holding on to? I'm probably just holding a cigarette in my mouth.
Ezra first, and then Lynn. Ezra, you find about. Give me a second. You find about $5 in cash between the 2 of them. Some guns, but you like yours better. Not a whole lot else interesting. One of them, the short guy, has a business card that reads Club's Deuce and has a location somewhere in the city written on it.
I guess Ezra pockets the money and then just starts looking at the card. Ooh. Got some information here, I guess, that could be a good lead.
Oliver is going to make a grabby motion.
He passes over to Oliver.
Lynn, give me thievery.
Yippee.
Let's see if you can succeed where Ren failed.
After
Right.
after it looks like most everyone is finished looting the unconscious guys, Buster is just gonna pick up the both of them, take them outside, and literally put them in trash cans.
Yes.
That's an
good.
8.
Yes, Lynn, you.
Split on top of one of their heads.
The guy doesn't have his gun on him, but you do get also about $5 in cash.
That's a lot of money.
Yippee! Food for today!
For the next
What year
week.
is this? 1935. That's a lot of money.
It is. But you know, he's got a job. You don't know what it's in coins, so you're assuming that he had stolen this from other people.
Shit, I'm so dumb. I should be getting free rerolls.
She pats him on the shoulder and just, oh, thanks for this, buddy. And pockets it.
He's like, my lunch.
My lunch.
Anyway.
Our lunch.
Have you all done introductions as a group since you're apparently going to be working together to figure out this clock bullshit?
Not yet.
Oliver has introduced himself to Buster and Amelia. He's gonna go around to Winnie, then Ezra, then Ren, and introduce himself. He ignores Charlie, as we're still calling her, apparently.
Right. You there?
Yes. Did I
No.
cut out?
Yes.
Oh, I don't. It's my microphone. I swear to God, I should just buy a new one. I don't want to spend the money to buy a new one. Anyway, what I said was, Oliver goes around and introduces himself to Winnie, then Ezra, then Ren. He ignores Lynn. Did that get through this time?
That
Yes.
did get through.
Okay.
Yes.
Winnie will do like a nod and a curtsy, like
Okay.
a bend head down and a slight curtsy, and I didn't pick a name in advance. I should have picked a name in advance. What were common names in the 1930s?
Lead us.
Girls'
Huh?
names. Let's try girls' names.
See, my immediate response was Edna, but
Cleta.
I'm like, I don't know.
Eddie,
Eddie?
Cletest.
Betty.
Oh, Betty.
Yep.
All right, so we're introducing ourselves as Betty.
We're going with it. I picked a name.
Okay. We go with Betty. And I know Lynn's being ignored by Oliver, so
I know Buster would also like kind of nod once everyone's acquaintance had been met.
okay.
Ezra would just take off his hat and say hello.
Old man moment.
Old man.
You never answered my question, or you never acknowledged my statement of I think he started like
What
going
statement?
full gray at like 35.
Damn. What happens? It happens.
It happens. Happened to my great grandmother.
Damn.
Yes, she had like the white hair by like 40. Anyway. Yes, you guys make your acquaintances, and I'm assuming you make plans to re-meet up to go check out the address that Ezra found.
Yes.
Why would we make plans to re-meet up instead of going now?
Because it is late afternoon, and some of you guys participated in the fight instead of drinking the whole fight.
Can I do Ren's introduction? I think I was skipped.
Oh, yes. Go for Ren.
Well, most people didn't actually bother introducing themselves, so
True.
Lynn has just been watching and nodding the whole time, so like waiting until they actually address. Unless you make her say the name, she will not.
did I hear? I heard the name. I heard Lynn being called Charlie. So
Yes.
Winnie will point at Lynn and say, "Charlie."
Yeah, that's what we're going by.
And Lenny, you're going to introduce?
So Ren is leaning against the bar, kind of only half listening to the introductions of everyone else, and she's fidgeting with her empty glass of whiskey, and she's looking at the bartender, and she's like, "Is this gonna take long? I kind of have other things to do right now."
It's like, it's only gonna take as long as you make it take. If you want the free drinks. You don't have to have the free drinks.
I mean, I'm not really gonna stay here very long. Don't know how much worth it the free drinks are. She's kind of just trailing off and staring at her empty glass in thought.
I mean, free drinks as long as you can get free drinks, especially now that Prohibition has ended, so people are, jacking up the prices so they can, make their money off of their alcohol again. Legally. I do love it being legal now. I had to shut down my speakeasy down in the waterfront district. So sad.
Shame. Damn shame.
Damn shame.
Ren shrugs, is like, alright, fine. But if this takes more than a couple weeks, I'm out of here. And then
As I
she
said, that's up to you.
just gives a nod and just introduces herself as Ren to everyone else.
Yes, I think that is where I'm going to call session for today. But you now have a task. Go follow that address and also deal with the clock shipment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've been given a task.
You've been given a task and you had a combat.
Yeah.
And you gotta save those people.
Some of us had a combat.
Okay, well, those of you who chose to sit in the combat.
Some of us had 3 panic attacks.
Well, okay, I can't fix that. Some of you had 3 panic attacks. Some of you punched face. That is true.
I put a picture of the Hat Man. Or
I saw.
yeah, that's the Hat Man.
Okay, game has been saved. We shall exit to main menu.
What is this designed in?
What is
No,
that
Hero
designed
Forge.
in? Oh,
Hero
Oh,
Forge,
and-
okay.
Did you save it?
yes. I haven't updated
Okay.
your thing yet, but I saved it. As I said, I don't really want to do that on stream.
Yeah, I know. This is in Hero Forge. If anybody makes a Hero Forge model for anything, I subscribed a couple years ago for a long time, and so I have like 50 digital credits. Each model is 1. So
Oh.
if you ever feel the need to make a model of anything, let me know.